This man just stole a rich guy's wallet, but the next second, he threw it back on the ground. He patted the rich guy on the shoulder and said he dropped his wallet. The rich guy respectfully handed him a $100 bill and thanked him. But little did he know, as soon as the young man turned around, he gave the money to a beggar woman behind him. Turns out, Kid is a gentleman thief. He's got top-notch thieving skills. He can crack any lock on the market in just 15 seconds. Every night, he breaks into the homes of the rich and powerful, but he never takes anything valuable. Instead, he leaves his own art graffiti on the wall. That's how he gained 3 million followers online. This time, he's challenging himself to break into the local judge's house, but he's shocked to find that the judge's house is full of weird props. There's even a drawer full of photos of young hunks. He suspects there's some secret hidden in this villa. Sure enough, behind the closet in the basement, he finds a hidden room. Peeking through the peephole, Kid gets so scared he flies back 10 feet. He decides to get the hell out of this place. But just then, the light upstairs suddenly turns on. The judge is home. Turns out the judge's phone got a home intrusion alert, so he came back specially to check, but nothing in the house is missing. He thinks the alarm must be acting up. When he happened to look up, he noticed the painting on the wall was crooked. Kid took the chance to escape from behind the judge, but the judge seemed to have heard something. Luckily, Kid quickly lay flat on the ground and narrowly escaped. At that moment, his breath nearly stopped, because in the room, he saw a man who had been brutally beaten beyond recognition. The next day, he immediately reported it anonymously to the police. But the secret room was located in such a hidden spot, the police simply couldn't find it there. As a vigilante thief, he decided to take matters into his own hands. Under the cover of night, Kid secretly hid in the basement closet. After watching the judge walk into the secret room, he grabbed the most convenient weapon and charged into the room. Seeing Kid being so polite, the judge didn't hesitate to stab him. Then he flushed Kid's ashes down the drain. After 3 days with no news from Kid's mom worriedly called the police. After the police finished taking the report, Jack beside them had a strange expression, as if he knew something inside, because he was Kid's partner. The mysterious online graffiti artist was actually the two of them. A while ago, because his girlfriend got pregnant, Jack decided to quit the game, but he knew Kid's final target, which was the local judge's house. To avoid revealing his identity, he secretly took the letters from the judge's house and hid them in a cabinet at Kid's house. He then tricked Kid's mom into finding them. That way, he could naturally use Kid's mom to call the police to search the judge's house. The officer dispatched this time was top investigator Mary. She carefully checked every corner of the room until she reached the basement. Being sharp, she quickly noticed a hidden room behind the cabinet. The judge froze but had no choice but to let them open it. Mary opened the door and saw that the room was spotless, with everything neatly arranged. But the judge still made one slip. Mary walked up to the secret room door and said, "Why is this peephole facing from the outside in?" This was hard to explain. The judge panicked and said the construction workers might have made a mistake. Mary was furious and arrested the judge on the spot, taking him to the police station. But little did she know, this was exactly what he wanted, because the search stopped right there, at the station, with no solid evidence. The judge was quickly released, though they got nothing. Kid's mom felt the judge was definitely hiding something big. She had no choice but to wait outside alone, secretly watching him. Then, late that night, the judge indeed brought an ugly cute guy home. In the room, he poured the young guy a glass of 1982 chrysanthemum tea, and they sat on the sofa chatting. The young guy said, "The painting on the wall is really good." The judge said it was his father. His father had always been a towering figure in his eyes. But one year, he actually got together with a male servant at home, and he beat his mother until she was crippled, then threw her into the basement. From then on, the judge developed a deep hatred for gay people. The young hunk couldn't help but swallow hard, because earlier that day he had told the judge he liked men. He made an excuse to go to the bathroom, but when he got there, he realized the water had been drugged. When he got back to the couch, he was already dizzy. While the judge was pouring drinks, he scrambled out the window without a second thought. Lucky for him, Kid's mom happened to be right outside the judge's door. That is how the young hunk managed to escape. The judge was furious. He pulled out Kid's old phone and started scrolling through it. From that, he learned that the woman at the door was his mother. He noticed the woman was watching him every day, so he deliberately hid the key in the box by the door, making sure she saw it. Then he pretended to go out for errands. Sure enough, Kid's mom sneaked in just as he expected, but when she searched every room and found nobody, the judge was already waiting for her at the door. When she woke up again, the judge fired up a chainsaw right in front of her and cut up a man. Seeing the terrified look on the woman's face, the judge kindly explained that since the man was bigger, he had to chop him up before putting him in the incinerator. As for someone as petite as you, no chopping needed. Kid's mom finally breathed a sigh of relief. Then, he too turned to ashes. 3 days, with no news from Kid's mom, Jack realized something was terribly wrong. He smashed the glass and broke into the judge's house. But there, he found a full funeral setup. Jack was heartbroken. He vowed to get revenge for Kid and his mom. Late at night, he put on his night suit and went to the sleeping judge, ready to take him out with one strike. But who knew the judge slept with his eyes open? He lunged back at him in a second. The two instantly started grappling. Luckily, Jack was built strong. In a bare-handed fight, the judge was no match for him. Under Jack's heavy fists, the judge confessed to all his crimes. He ran into the basement and rescued the person locked up there. Then he called the cops with the witness. When Mary arrived at the scene, she saw the judge tied up tight, and a cool graffiti left on the wall. It read, "I was here." Mary couldn't help but smile. She thought to herself, "Thanks, graffiti man."